There are 3 pools at Sandals Regency La Toc. We'll start by having a look at the one up on Sunset Bluff, which is near Armando's. A little bit tricky to find if you don't know where you're going. It's just down there. So there's Armando's. There's a set of steps where that gentleman's sweeping at the moment. And then the other way down to that same pool is near this white building up ahead. So this is where we were actually staying, and there's a little right turn here, takes you down a set of steps. Quite wet this morning and a little bit slippery. It's early in the morning, so there's plenty of butlers around popping out coolers for their guests, but no people yet. If you fancy a game of snooker, there is one available. And then during the day, these rock features form waterfalls, but obviously they don't turn them on until the guests are ready to go in.
How you doing, madam?
Good, thank you.
Taking this so you could show it back to your friends and family and tell them to come down and see how beautiful it is?
Pretty much.
That's it.
There's a whirlpool and some beautiful views out over the ocean. And then we've got a swim up bar as well, which opens at 10 AM each morning. Behind the swim up bar is actually the sunset bar, which is open in the evenings, and if you don't fancy swimming up to the bar, it's always possible to walk in there and get a drink. There's a little fitness centre over there, and then obviously gents and ladies toilets. So the pool itself is about 4'6" deep throughout, and the main thing to note really is that in March at least, it's cold. There's no getting away from that. The pool water is cold. And therefore what you will find is that it's quite quiet as well. So if you could just brave getting in, you do find that you've got plenty of space in the pool once you're in there. And as the sun comes up during the day, by mid-afternoon, it's a little bit more bearable. But it's not too far to the pool bar to get a drink, and the whirlpool's nice and warm, and of course the sun is lovely and warm when you get out again. And there's some of the seats here, although they do tend to be the ones that are takeover butler guests, have an amazing view out of the ocean. And then just off the pool, there's a little overlook that comes down 3 different levels. So we've got some sofas up here with a fire pit, and then some more sofas with another fire pit there, and then a 3rd level down below us, which gives beautiful views out over the sunset. Now, because it is such a nice area, it does tend to get used for things. So there's a butler cocktail party here one night of the week, and a wine tasting another night, and you do therefore have to be a little bit careful. You know, don't pin all your hopes on being able to get a seat here. You might find the area is being used, but if it is free, then it's a lovely place to grab a drink from the sunset bar, and as I said, sit and watch the sun go down. So the second pool is by Piton's restaurant. So here's the restaurant here, and then we kind of come down the stairs and we find ourselves by the smallest of the 3 pools. So this one's also the quietest of them. So plenty of music at the main pool, some background music at the top pool, and this one's just nice and quiet during the day. So it's actually quite shallow at this end, maybe sort of only about 3 feet deep, and then perhaps 4'6" at the deeper end. But a few chairs laying around, scattered around it. Unlike the other two, it doesn't have an actual pool bar, but it does have a bar here. It's open in the evenings. During the day it's shut, but there is a server comes around and takes drinks orders from everybody that's sitting by the pool, and then we'll bring those out for them. And then if you do find yourself bellied up against the wall at the side of the pool, you've got lovely views out of the ocean. And then there's some seats here as well if you just want to get out of the pool and have some food or something. Bring it up from one of the other restaurants. And here we are at the main pool, which is by the largest of the hotel buildings, and the lobby, the pavilion restaurant and the beach. So it's apparently the largest pool in St Lucia. I don't know how true that is. It might just be that everybody's repeating everybody else saying that, but somebody said it was the largest pool in St Lucia. Obviously this is not the main bit of the main pool, but it is connected to it. So we'll wander around and have a little bit of a look. Fun seat up there. And then under that bridge is the main section of the pool. So as there's a snooker table up by the pool on the bluff, there's a pool table down by the main pool. So like the other two, it's got a whirlpool. And then as I said, across there you've got pavilion restaurants, which gives you a nice view out over the pool for breakfast or lunch. It's currently breakfast time. It's very busy. Might be going back up for breakfast. There's your swim up pool bar in the centre, and then up on the stage where the guy in red currently is, they have a DJ during the day. So you've got the seats facing the pool, and then across from them you've got the ones overlooking the ocean as well. But it's very, very lively there today. Red flag, definitely, as you can see. I wouldn't want to be out in that. This is actually our 7th day, and it has been a red flag for 6 out of 7. So whilst we were lucky to get in on the other day, that is just something to be aware of if you are someone who loves the ocean. pool cleaning going on, always important. And then over there we have a second hot tub at the main pool. You can just see that in the distance below the cricketers pub. And then under the cricketers pub there's also a bar in the lobby, so if you don't fancy swimming up to the swim up bar or making your way round to the area behind the swim up bar where you can also get served, you have also got a bar in the lobby. And then just one last thing to point out at this pool, this canoe during the day actually provides a fruit stand with people there giving you fresh fruit to enjoy whilst you're sitting at the pool. So there we have it, those are the free pools at Sandals Regency La Toc. We've got the one up on Sunset Bluff that we saw first, the smaller one at the Pitons, and then this one which is the largest pool, the main pool, the party pool,